Alright, getting things started. Making sure stream connection is excellent. People coming in. I see Monkey Man, Mr. Red Sloth, Charles Buchanan. How's your day going? It's going pretty good. Una papa, OMG. ¿Qué ondas? Yo estoy aquí. Appear World Star Productions says that they are 6. Hey, my friends, and welcome to my little world. Says Elongated Man Forever. Oh, is that what Que Ondas means? Hello. Oh yeah, that means how's it going, right? Fallout is a great game indeed. Clifford's long head says hi, hello. Am I late? Nope, just started, Megan. Isaiah, yay, the project in full force. And then you dabbed on me. Superior Cyber Godzilla says hi, hello. David, the cute boy. Okay. Is that his voice reveal? I've done like maybe 100 of these. Everyone knows what my voice sounds like now. Superior Cyber Godzilla. No, we just started. Like to see Vexy Smurf scoop me up and crush me. Okay. I don't know what Smurf would do that. They're all pretty nice. Alright, so as everyone can see on the far corner, right here, we got, I made our blank section into the AGW fan art little section. And we got some nice fan art of Aphrodite by 007 Mitchell, I believe is the name. Michael Q. 007 Michael Q. Mitchell Q. So yeah, going forward into 2025, it's what we'll mostly be doing with fan art. We'll show it off here during our live streams so people could say, wow, that looks great. I definitely enjoyed it. You know, Aphrodite's pulling double duty. She's being the goddess of love, but she's also putting on the Cupid wings and taking the arrows and making people fall in love. If they were giant arrows, I imagine they just like hit a bunch of people at the same time. That'd be kind of cute. What else we got? Rain Clouds here. Hello. Crazed Core, greetings to you too. McKee, way bright loud. Man, Fifi big. Yeah, this would be like if in the ending, if she fell in the water and there was like toxic waste or something. I apologize. You're not late. It's been less than 3 minutes. And Daniel's here and he says hello. So I'm gonna say hello back. Alright, let me get a new scene going here. Nice, alright. So I actually did 2 sketches for this commissioner. Or, no, I didn't commission. Did a few sketches. I forgot that they want to, like, rippy clothes. And then as, you know, just because I had some time, I made, like, more of an extreme POV right here. So what I think I'm going to do is I will animate this. So it's like getting an extreme growth vibe. MC Cubed is here. Hello, Mr. Music Man. What a relief. What show is that character Fifi from? She is from the Loud House movie. I believe it was called No Time to Spy. I think. So we got her. I might do some work on Mount Lady. So this is the scene where she finds herself in her reflection in a skyscraper. She notices she's put on a little bit of weight. So I need to do like sort of an expression change. Like maybe she finishes her last bite of pizza. And then she notices. And Human Luna, I actually offline finished the growth sequence right here. So I need to make some scenes with like the moon and like clouds, you know that Looney Tunes trope with the clouds moving and the moon. Sometimes it's shining, sometimes it's not. The character's turning into like a werewolf or whatever. Although I did get some lore about the Grimoire book. Apparently it does not work during a full moon. So when I draw the moon, I have to make it anything, literally anything but a full moon. So like the DreamWorks moon instead. But let's start with this and see where the night takes us. Magic Quill is here. Hello. Gigantic Love. Oh boy, that beak-nosed chick is big now. And you can see up into her nostrils. No Flores. I'm excited for tomorrow because Shadow joins Sonic Dream Team. That should be fun. And Superior Cyber Godzilla just dreamily thinks of Luna. A lot of people complained that I was drawing human Luna instead of, fuzzy wuzzy Luna. But you know what? That's what the commissioner asked for. And much like how Batman cannot deny Commissioner Gordon, I cannot deny my commissioner. I mean, absolutely I can deny, like if I don't want to do a script because I don't think it's right for the channel or whatever. But once I've accepted it, I must follow it to a T. But for people who do want to see Fuzzy Luna, there is always the option of commissioning me. Money, please. What I want to do with this? Alright, I wanted to do 2 layers. Okay, so 1 layer for the legs, like that. Perfect. One thing, do not spoil Sonic Movie 3. No, I don't do that. Should be interesting. And I'm saying it should be interesting because in the medias I've seen with Shadow is a somewhat interesting backstory. A backstory I would say maybe isn't too child friendly. Backstory that maybe might make some children sad. Also, from what I've seen of him in a lot of media, he's like the gun guy. So again, not like the most child-friendly Sonic character. Like another character that um, actually I thought I was kind of cool back in the day was Knack the Weasel, aka Fang the Sniper. Um, and I thought he was a like a gun guy too, but um, most of the media that I see with him, he's got like a very it's usually like a toy gun, like it's got a cork on it, or it's like very obviously like some kind of a laser pistol. I don't think they did that with Shadow. I think he's had like actual guns. At Magical, I didn't know you were on YouTube too. Oh yeah, Magic Wheel's everywhere. Antonio Madison, since we're getting Shrek 5, do you think there's a possibility that they will be getting Madagascar 4? Even though some might argue that the Penguins of Madagascar film sort of fills that role. Ah, I haven't thought of the Madagascar movies in a while. They were kind of doing stuff with the more interesting characters for a long time, weren't they? The Penguins got their own movie. Penguins got their own series. Um, then the Lemurs got their own series on Netflix. It's funny how it feels like all the side characters sort of outshine like the main Madagascar cast. So I can imagine they do more with them, and maybe less with the lion, the zebra, the hippo. I'm having a hard time remembering their names. Like I think it's easier to remember like the celebrities that played them. You know, it's like what Ben Stiller, Chris Rock, Jada Pinkett Smith. Ooh, who's this long-nosed lady? Asks Lewis. That would be Fifi, the the main villain, and I guess also secret villain in the Loud House movie, No Time to Spy. Hola, buenos tardes, says Rory Ocelot. Dr. Kong's invention, the shrink ray. Oh, you're talking about Kong from Commander Clock. Commander Clock. Oh, speaking of Commander Clark, Ooh, excuse me. I've been really getting into Ruby Bloom, but I forget who suggested checking out Ruby Bloom. I need to start writing down this stuff. Scaredy Bat is going to be so shocked. Scaredy Bat might be my least favorite character so far. Yeah, I think it's a tie between him and Boo Boo. Which makes sense because they're kind of like a team almost. Giant Doom Kitty. I like Doom Kitty. She's so cute. And I like that she does, like when she talks, her, instead of meowing, she sounds like a violin. It kind of reminds me of how the characters in the Don't Starve games talk. It's very, very charming. I don't know if they did it before Don't Starve did it. So maybe that's something that Don't Starve stole from them. But yeah, very expressive kitty. Will we ever see Luzamine from Pokemon in future videos? Only if someone commissions me. So what's this animation of Fifi going to be in? This is just a commission. So the commissioner would have to, buy some more sessions. They might just be happy enough with just the growth, but maybe if they have a larger idea for projects, we'll see what happens. But for now, it's just Fifi getting bigger. Kush. Hello, everyone. Enjoying Ruby Gloom Animator? I am. It's a very fun show. Am I missing anyone? Deaton says interesting. We got someone depressed forever. Isn't that Fifi Doofus from No Time to Spy? Indeed. The violin strings are a nice touch. Agreed. Code Lyoko. I didn't care too much for Code Lyoko when I watched it. I'm sorry. Watched it a long time ago. Remember about Frank and Lan inside everyone's brain? Oh yeah, I did see that episode. That was a fun one. I'm surprised I don't have that on my playlist. I should see if it's on YouTube somewhere. Alex the Lion, thank you. Marty the Zebra. Melman the Giraffe. That's the one that I have the hardest time remembering. I didn't even remember David Schwimmer. And Gloria the Hippo. And then we just have some nonsense there. But yeah, that was a fun episode with Frank and Lan trying to write a song about about all their friends. Um, and it's sort of an interesting kind of thing where they uh, get knocked unconscious, then they have a dream, and they're dreaming, of being inside their friend's head and like, um, sort of getting ideas for their song, like some character traits. So at the end of the episode, it does sort of leave you wondering if like they were actually able to go in their friend's head or if it was like a dream. Because the last head that they go into is Ruby Gloom's, and she's talking with Skullboy, and feels like she has like a crush on him, like her heart's beating very fast, which I thought was kind of cute. Them trying to figure out like why her heart was beating so fast when when she was talking to Skullboy. But then when they bring that up to Ruby when when they get out of her head, like she acts very confused, like sort of like a okay weirdos kind of thing. Also, the whole time I was watching that episode, I was thinking of that character from Smiling Friends. I goes, "Get out of me head! Get out of me head!" Oh man, I love that guy so much. Yeah, that was some pretty great detail. The close-ups of their face. I think when they went inside Doom Kitty's head, there was even, it looked like an asset for like sort of a bug's eye view of Doom Kitty's perspective of Ruby Gloom. That was fun. Fun episode. I mentioned this earlier. My least favorite characters probably are Scaredy Bat and Boo Boo. Just because they're kind of one-note characters and they play off each other. It reminded me sort of the early relationship that Buford and Baljeet had on Phineas and Ferb. So maybe their relationship will get more complex. I'm still watching and enjoying the series. The only thing about Boo Boo that made me super interested was his mentors, Mr. White and Mr. White. Who one of them, the bigger one, is voiced by the same guy who voiced King Koopa in the Mario Brothers cartoon, the series. Which was like really awesome for me. I love that voice, and I didn't realize that guy did parts, after King Koopa. And then I checked out his filmography to see if he did any other voices I knew, and much to my surprise, he's also He did the voice of Sam and Sam and Max, and he did the voice of Crag and the indigestible Wad in the Ripping Friends. So he's always done some very weird voices. But yeah, that was just a lot of fun. Like I said, it's a pretty fun show so far. Frank and Len might be my favorite characters, and gives an excuse for there to be music in a lot of episodes, you know, which is always a delight. I like the episode with the clubs. All of them like joining different clubs, because we got some jazz music in that one. That was fun too. I'm trying to think what else I really enjoying so far. I guess another note, something maybe someone can help me with is Misery. Like, I don't understand what she's supposed to be, or if they even elaborate that on the show later. Because she looks like a shepherd with like that little crook that she has. But she also makes me think of like the guy on the river Styx. You know, you get on his boat and he's steering it with that stick thing. And her eyes make my eyes feel itchy. I think it's because it looks like there's a redness in them, like under her eyes. Which makes sense because it feels like she's always crying, but it's just hard to see sometimes, you know. I don't like seeing people uncomfortable, but I do like it when she's actually really happy, which does happen from time to time. I'm just really not sure, you know, what her design is. Like, everyone else seems pretty straightforward, you know. Scaredy Bat's a bat. Frankenland, they're like Frankenstein monsters slash rock stars slash the Double Fine mascot. Ruby and Iris, they're like, it is like goth girls. Iris is like a cyclops. Skullboy's a skeleton. Misery's the only one that that confounds me. All right, sorry, I talk so much I missed everyone else's. Tommy Draws Forever says hello. Hi, Tommy. Lord Adrian, hey man, what is your most favorite Christmas shows movies? I'll get to that in a bit. Skullboy, ruin Yamween. This is the worst Yamween ever. Aw. I think that might be the last episode I was on. That was a pretty fun one. Ruby got really caught up in doing all these things for Yamween. The Puerto Rican guy from Smiling Friends is so funny. Is he Puerto Rican? I have to check. I know they made a line about Puerto Ricans in that show, but wasn't a good line. They're in my head. Get out of my head. That line's just stuck in my head. Get that out of my head. It's so hilarious. I love it. Yeah, I remember Monster Buster Club. Might not have gotten to that one yet. I might have to skip some of this stuff if it's going into spoilers. About Morag from the very first Loud House movie. Oh yeah. You know what? Sometime down the line, maybe Morag, Fifi teaming up. Got science and magic right there. Though Morag seemed to be like reformed. My favorite character is Misery. That's cool. Falstaff lost his streaks on Duolingo and he shrunk. Still need to get into Duolingo and figure out what that stuff is. Frank and Lan are my second favorites. They're definitely my first. It's because it makes me think of how me and my brother sometimes are with each other. Misery is a banshee. Yeah, banshee. Alright. I'll keep that in mind. I haven't seen a lot of banshees in media except maybe this banshee on Tiny Toons. I forget what the banshee looked like in Tiny Toons. Let me see. Banshee Tiny Toons. Ooh, yeah, now I remember what the banshee looked like. So one of the few banshees I've seen in media is very pale, has a cloak. So somewhat like Misery. But she had like flaming hair. Also, I think she was Irish. Aren't banshees like an Irish monster? I'm just thinking Irish because I remember something transforms her from being a banshee to being like a very curvy like angel. It's kind of cute. Maybe I'll share those images in a bit. That's a reference to Arcane. Possibly. I used to think Misery looked like a Powerpuff Girl. Yeah, she does have the big Powerpuff Girl looking eyes. Oh, the misery. Everyone wants to be my enemy. Oh, the sympathy. Now I think I'm gonna get that song stuck in my head when I see Misery. She's a very bad luck banshee. I got that part from her. She gets struck by lightning a lot. She makes me think of Eeyore in a sense from Winnie the Pooh. Clifford Longhead. When the Cynthia will be released? Getting pretty close. I just have a few more things to do for it. Maybe sometime this week or next week, I'll release it as a short. Firewolf. Alright, big is good. Oh, I did my Scandinavian accent. I don't really have an Irish accent. It's kind of funny, both The Tensionaire and Ruby Gloom never aired in America. That's probably how I missed them. But yeah, so far really enjoying Ruby Gloom. Someone asked me about favorite Christmas movies or TV. And not sure if I have one. I guess by default, it's always gonna come back to like um, probably like Peanuts movies, you know. I think I've seen like the Peanuts Charlie Brown movie, you know, with the tree, and it's like this dinky little tree, and you know, everyone comes together, decorates it. Um, but I don't know if I've seen any other movies like more than once. Maybe Polar Express. I've seen that one a few times. That one's a lot of fun. That one has really great music too. For TV shows or specials, maybe The Grinch, Who Stole Christmas, the original one. Yeah, it's hard to pick a favorite. Going to actually try and watch a few new movies this year. There's Dear Santa, which looks interesting. I think it's Jack Black as Satan. And I think a kid with dyslexia sends like a letter to Santa, but misspells it as Satan instead. So, you know, that could be fun to watch. And there's another movie one of my friends wants to watch, the red one, which could be interesting, but it also looks like they're maybe trying to make a Marvel movie with Christmas stuff. So, again, we'll see. Maybe I'll end up enjoying it. I don't care too much for Marvel stuff, as has been previously mentioned. All right. Sorry about that. Just want to share. So there's this Tiny Toons Adventures episode that had a banshee. It looked like that. And then at the end, they do something to break the banshee's curse. I forget if they. She just like saw the rising sun, but the banshee ended up turning into this, like a little angel thing. And it had more of an Irish accent. It was kind of cute. I don't remember seeing a lot of banshees in media. Grandpa's gonna sue the pants off of Santa. That's what Grandpa's gonna do. Poor Santa. I don't think he wants to deliver toys without his pants on. I think he got in trouble one year for doing that. All right. I think my commissioner will be pleased with this. Actually, try doing like a more extreme. I'll make this a little bit larger. Oh yeah, that'll be cool. Dylan R, have you watched the Jim Carrey Grinch? Yes, I have. I think that might have been the meaner Grinch, wasn't it? Like he was very close to letting a little girl die in the beginning of that one. Correct me if I'm wrong. She's Fifi, the gal with a really long nose. You shall bow to her at her toes. Oh, Christian. Christian. You don't have to rhyme everything. You're not Gruntilda. Red one is okay at best. Thank you for letting me know. Who's your favorite Peanuts character, by the way? Animator, same with everyone else in chat. Favorite Peanuts character? It's Woodstock. He's adorable. I like how he flies. I like the little sounds he makes. I remember as a little kid, I'd watch like Charlie Brown, like little shorts and whatnots. And I'd be a little bit upset if Woodstock wasn't there. And then I'd get super excited when there's like a whole flock of Woodstocks. Like just a bunch of little Woodstocks flying around. So it's gotta be Woodstock. Such a cute name too. Woodstock. Favorite Christmas movie is Charlie Brown Christmas. And Elf. Oh yeah, Elf's pretty great. I saw it a lot in school. And when I used to work retail, that seemed to be the movie that was always on in the DVD player in the break room. Elf. God, Tiny Toons Adventures is so underrated. Now everyone always talks about Animaniacs and Freakazoid, but forget how it started. Yeah, I just really enjoyed Tiny Toons as a kid. Just a lot of fun, colorful characters, lots of nice adventures. And, I was a kid back then, so seeing like Looney Tunes characters, but, as kids, it was fun. It was different. I do definitely think, though, Animaniacs and Freakazoid maybe did more stuff to attract an older crowd. A lot of kids, a lot of adults probably enjoyed references to some stuff they might have been aware of, like Ed Wood. Pull this string. So Animator's sun is actually 93 million miles from Earth. 108 times larger than the Earth. The main element is hydrogen. I think They Might Be Giants informed me about all this in one of their songs. Though recently they did have to, I think, change the lyrics because some of the facts were wrong. How does that song go? The sun is a mass of incandescent gas. But I think it's actually made of like plasma, not gas. So they had to change that. Arthur Christmas. Not sure what that one is. Arthur Christmas? I might have missed that one. Though that does make me think of another Christmas movie, which I can't believe I forgot to mention. Klaus. Or Claus? Some beautiful art in that movie. More, please, commission that you did for me. Which one did I do for you, Isaiah? Feel the same way. Marvel and MCU has fallen. It's just they keep doing the same thing. It gets a little repetitive, Dang, everyone's sneezing. Everyone has colds now. There's actually a new Peanuts show about Snoopy and his Beagle Scouts and the Little Woodstocks. Ooh, I gotta check that out. Oh, I remember your comments, Christian. We have Chirito. I'm doing good. How are you? Yeah, I might check it out. Is it on Netflix or Nickelodeon? Where can I find this? Can you try Source Filmmaker? What's Source Filmmaker? Is that for animation or for editing video or for recording? I have no idea what Source Filmmaker is. Oh, Apple TV. I don't think I see a whole lot of stuff from Apple TV. Sadly. Source Filmmaker is a little animation program that uses engine from Team Fortress. Oh. What you're saying is, can you try making 3D animations? And I'm afraid not. Though there are plenty of artists out there who do that, you know, lots of them. But yeah, I've thought about trying it in the past, but it's a whole new thing to learn. For the most part, I'm set in my ways. Source Filmmaker was probably the source of Skibbity Toilet. Oh my goodness, the toilet. I mentioned Skibbity Toilet at a family thing, and I got so many weird looks. Except from the younger cousins. Morgan Fox is stuck in a burger. She'll have to eat her way out. Sounds like a dream to me. See if I can find a way to find it. Could you do Socks Healer from Bluey? Oh wait, phone. I don't know that person. But no, I don't think I would do that. Not even as a commission. I'm sorry. Also, I like muffin. Why do you hate Skibbity Toilet so much? I don't know why. Just seems really odd, I guess. I mean, I've never seen like really any stuff with it, you know. So maybe I'm being unfairly critical. But it just doesn't seem to be my cup of tea. But who knows, maybe I'll look into it someday. I'll cave in. Maybe I'll be in a cave in and the only thing that I can watch is Skibbity Toilet. And then I'll know. I'll finally know what it is. Got a fun idea where Patty and Lucy look below them and one of them could say, I could see her parents' faces. That could be funny. I can imagine like, I'm so tall, I can see my house from here. I'm so tall, I can see what my parents look like. I can see my parents' faces. I'm surprised they've never decided to show any of that. It's kind of impressive. You think that's something they do eventually, you know? They did it on the Loud House. But then again, Peanuts has always been just about, the kids. So no real point in showing anyone else's face, I guess. And there's just a talking adult trombone. Classic. I used to have a trombone when I was in high school band, and I tried to make that sound, but couldn't get as good as they did it on the show. Almost got in trouble with someone the other day when I went on a walk. Um, like to walk around and like from someone's living room, their big screen TV, I could see they were watching Dan versus. I think it was the gym episode. So I saw it and I was walking slowly to try and see some funny stuff. Um, and then I decided to walk back. So like I walked around the block and then I walked back toward that house and just like being extra slow, trying to see some Dan verses. And then someone turned their head, someone in the house, and I got scared and I ran away. It was just so weird. I didn't realize other people watch Dan versus. Seems like such a niche show. So it's kind of nice knowing that someone in the neighborhood is also a fan. Someone whose house I'm going to stay far away from for a few months so they don't think I'm some kind of stalker. Battle for Dream Island actually inspired another pretty famous YouTube show called Inanimate Insanity. Um, well, yeah, I saw a little bit of Battle for Dream Island, and it had some interesting stuff, but I think I remember one gag where one of them keeps falling on other characters. And, different kinds of inanimate objects. Some of them are like, springy or bouncy. So they keep falling and landing on the right characters that sort of gives them a bounce forward. So there's some interesting stuff, but just not like the kind of show I'd want to do any animations of, even if like I get commissioned. I don't know if I'd be comfortable doing Battle for Dream Island stuff. All right, this expression change is coming along nicely. Adam Zeppel's here. Hey, just as I'm getting close to ending. Antonio Madison, have you ever heard of Kid versus Cat? I vaguely remember it. Very vaguely. I kind of remember the theme song. It was like Kid versus Cat versus Kid versus Cat versus. Um, I just remember the cat actually being an alien. I think actually trying to kill the kid. And I just remember like the little sister maybe being a little bit bratty. The dad he owned a barter store or something like that where people trade in stuff for other stuff. I'm not sure how he made any money doing that. And yeah, that's about all I remember from Kid vs. Cat. For the trombone noise, you need something to muffle the trombone. We did have trombone mutes that we used for certain Christmas songs, actually, when we did the Christmas pageant in our school. We got the little trombone mutes to put over our trombones to give them a different noise. Should have tried making the Peanuts trombone noise when I had my mute. Season 2, they introduced growth and shrink rays for battle for Dream Island. Oh, that's cool. Might check some of that stuff out, but again, not really interested in the characters or the series. I remember watching shows like that with Kid vs. Cat, Randy Cunningham, and Garage Band. I remember Garage Band and Randy Cunningham, 9th grade ninja. Looking really good. Thank you, Crazed Core. Feels so bad for Coop. I'm shocked I managed to find a real Ghostbusters episode about shrinking. Oh yeah, that's a fun one. You have to get help from Janine. That was just a really great series overall. I did see someone a while back made some art of Janine from Ghostbusters, the real Ghostbusters. Basically using the Stay Puft, like she was giant and she used the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man to make a s'more, like a giant s'more. Thought that was pretty great. Alright. Getting some progress here. Alright, that just leaves Luna. Really all I got left is making the moon. And some clouds. We're already at an hour, so I'll just keep it simple and probably go into more detail offline. We got the sky. We got the moon. You take the moon and you take the sun. You take everything that seems like fun. Stir it all up and then you're done. Rada, 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 ra. So come on in. And see what we're cooking. I only ever do the beginning part. It's such a fun song. You watched Troll Hunters. I watched. Is that the one that's directed by Guillermo del Toro? I remember watching like maybe a season or two. But I might have lost interest. Like maybe I was watching it during Halloween. During October. And then after October, I was like less interested in watching it. So it's a show that I watched for a while, uh, and I guess just forgot about it. It gets a little hard seeing children in harrowing danger episode after episode. Like one of the last ones I remember, I think they were trapped in a shipping container. Such a grim situation. Glow. Has to have that glow. Enjoy your snack, Megan. I prefer 2D animated stuff. It just looks better. It depends. 3D stuff could look pretty cool if they put some real time and effort into it. But yeah, I mostly prefer seeing 2D animation as well. Can you make her belch? Asks Nightmares. I'll have to check with my commissioner to see if they will agree to that. Honestly, I would date all four of the Ghostbusters plus Janine. They're all so attractive. Oh, there was some art I remember seeing of the Ghostbusters that I really liked. It was like a really good style. They have to specify which Janine because if you've seen the earlier episodes of the Ghostbusters, she talked the way she did in the movie, like a very strong kind of New York accent. Um, but then later on, they actually changed her voice and they changed her accent. I think like to sound like a little bit more flirty and whatnot. And they actually did a whole episode where they explained why it was happening. I think it was some ghost doing this for her, which I thought was it's kind of funny that they did this because usually voice actors just change and there's like not a lot of fanfare about it. It was kind of a running gag in the Amazing World of Gumball, but for old cartoons they usually don't acknowledge this kind of stuff. Yeah, for Ghostbusters, they decided to change Janine's voice actor and like the kind of voice she was doing. They did this whole episode explaining why Janine was going to sound different now. She sounds too much like Phil and Lil in the censorship series for emotional comfort. Although she still looks beautiful. Yeah, I always liked Janine. My favorite animated Ghostbusters is probably still the Extreme Ghostbusters. And they were extreme, but not in like the annoying way, like the Lunatics. It was a pretty fun extreme. It was fun. Really great series. Need to check it out again. Haven't watched it since I was a kid. Because everyone thinks I sound like a child. It's kind of depressing, but even I sound more mature than season 3 Janine. Indeed. Sorry I'm a bit late. What's up, amigos? What's up is I'm just doing some stuff with the moon here, and then I'm gonna call it a night. Rory, estoy bien. I think most of the episodes of Extreme Ghostbusters are in the Ghostbusters YouTube channel. Oh, nice. I just remember enjoying the character design, the characters. The ghosts looked extra creepy. I think it was animated by Class B Supo. So their style is perfect for, like, you know, making creepy looking ghosts. I mean, they were pretty popular for their creepy monsters and All Real Monsters. Yeah, this looks. It's getting there. Filters. Let's add a blur to that. Maybe one more glow layer. Guess it'd be weird for clouds to be going in different directions, right? They could always say it's because of magic. Gladly scoping, I think, has nothing to do with Extreme Ghostbusters. Scoping? Oh, Adelaide Productions. Alright. I had assumed it was Class B. Randy Cunningham. That show's funny and awesome. The main thing I remember from Randy Cunningham is that the voice actor for Joe Swanson's wife had a role in that. I think she was like the witch or something, or a sorceress. That's the only thing I think I really have a strong memory of. I mean, that maybe Randy killed a guy in the first episode. He usually deals with like mutants and monsters and stuff, but like the very first monster I think he fights is like some corporate looking stooge who's like somewhat mutated. I think he just slices him apart. He guts him like a trap. Oh, and him and his friend were fans of a very peculiar video game series. I think it was called Grave Puncher. I think it was just about a character that goes around punching like headstones on graves. Then he also use like a ninja tool called tripping balls. It was just like metal beads, I guess. You know, like common ninja trick. You toss them on the floor, makes enemies slip on them. I think he called them tripping balls. Just going to test this, and I think I'm going to call it a day. And I'll see if I'm missing any comments. Let's see what we got here. Oh no, I'm pretty much caught up. Finally, Adelaide Productions also made Boondocks and Dragon Tales, 3 different shows. Dragon Tales. The same Dragon Tales on PBS? Is that what that show is called? They made Boondocks and they made Dragon Tales. That's interesting. Nice animation so far. Thank you, Rain Cloud. Alrighty, like I said, going to call it here. Wait, have you ever watched My Life as a Teenage Robot and Danny Phantom and Invaders In? Yep, enjoyed all those shows. Loved them very much as a kid. Still would watch, I think, just about any episode from any one. Though some Danny Phantom episodes are kind of boring. I'd ignore them, but yeah, Invaders In, pretty great. My Life as a Teenage Robot, pretty awesome. More PBS Kids demands Rory. But that I'll have to leave for people to commission. Someone did want to do something with Word Girl's mom. Like Growing Giant. I'm going to assume because of that mad scientist that sounds like the Ice King. So that's a possible project someone will commission, though I have not heard from them in a while. But we will see. I'm seeing adios, buenos noches. Grow, Looney, grow. I think that's about as big as she'll get for so far. Almost finished my last AGW fan art. Can't wait to take a look. I think you've been working on the last one for a while now, Rory. Very excited to see what you come up with. Dr. Two Brains, that's right. I was about to say Dr. Two Heads, but I remembered he just had the one. He had two of something. Can I have your soundtrack, por favor? I've been meaning to do this for so long. I want to do like a jukebox and have all the production music we've made. Maybe in the summer I'll finally get a start on that, make a little jukebox so anyone could listen and use our music. That's cool. I make her bigger in my fan art. Of course you do. Alright, thanks everyone for dropping in. Not sure what I'll work on tomorrow. I do have a commission I wanted to wrap up before Christmas involving a tiny lose in a Christmas gift for Amity. So maybe I'll work on that one tomorrow. We shall see. My cat laying on my face. Aw. Alright, thanks everyone for joining in. Thank you for keeping things lively. And I will see you when I